guys, let's get this kicked off. I am Charity Holden.
And I'm Justin Holden.
Justin Holden. You're gonna oh, they only see part of your face.
I don't really need.
They only see part of your face here. You got to get.
Well, that's fine. They don't really.
They need to. They need to see you. You're amazing. Who doesn't want to look at that face? And we are VIPs with It Works. We've been with the company for about 4.5 years now. We are pushing for presidential and ambassador this year. So lots of exciting things happening with our team. And we come on here each and every Saturday, or at least all the Saturdays we can, and share with you guys some tips, some things that we have found that have helped us over the last, over the last few years you did it, good job, to grow our It Works business to a 6-figure income, which is crazy to say. And we wanted to talk a little bit today about the opportunity. So right now we've got a crazy opportunity with the free Fit 5. Thanks, Julian. Oh my gosh, stay tuned, guys. It's going to be a big hair change today. So we've got our huge opportunity right now with the Fit 5 being free, that you're still getting the free wraps and the gel. We've got the $100 shopping spree. Anyone that enrolls in January, whatever bonuses are announced at conference, that will be retroactive. So really, honestly, this month, this month is probably the best month to get started with the company, not to mention it's January. So I am focusing heavily right now on my distributor enrollments, bringing new people into the company, because I honestly, with my whole heart, believe that this is the year that this company is going to explode. And I believe that January is the best month in the history of the planet to get started. So, hey, Rachel. Oh my gosh. Hey, mama. So, okay. So I wanted to share with you guys some tips I have for enrolling distributors. I get this question all the time. How do I close the sale with enrolling distributors? What do I say to people? What script should I be using? And my answer is no scripts. My answer is, why did you join the business? And my other answer is, are you asking or are you telling? And so I got some tips written down here, and then we're just going to kind of go off the cuff here and chat with you guys.
And I may be somewhat silent to this just because I'm going to be bouncing between all these things, making sure everything's working.
We're trying so many weird things today. It's crazy.
Hey, Heidi. So that next week we have a really awesome experience without any glitches.
We know. We'll see.
So we'll see.
Okay. So definition of talking about the opportunity. Before we even go into what I would advise saying, I wanted to just remind you guys of a couple different things. So number one reminder is you are a person. I know, shocker. You are a person. You are a person that has an opportunity. You are a person that has an opportunity that others can do, be a part of, and offer to others. That's what you are, guys. You are not a salesman. Well, I don't know, maybe you are. Maybe you are literally a salesman. But this is not about being a salesman. This is not about being clever. This is not about being indecisive. This is not about the perfect scripting. This is not about how pretty you are, or how smart you are, or how big you are, or short you are, or tall, or what your political stance is. This isn't about any of that. This is not about you. This is not about getting people. You are not the company
People don't like to get got.
Yep. You are not the company owner. You are not a doctor. Maybe you are. Maybe you actually are. But I'm assuming you're not.
A doctor, or at least have played one on TV.
Or you played like that old Operation game. Remember that's like zzz.
We've all played that.
Yeah. Okay.
We've all failed miserably at that.
Yeah. So you are not any of those things. All you are is someone. Thanks, Donna. All you are is somebody offering something really cool to someone else that can totally change their life and make them feel better or look better or make additional income or do all three of those. And so I wanted to write some to-dos down before I give you my formula and we share with you guys kind of what we've been doing to attract distributors to us. So number one, this is really important, guys. the number one to do is to be excited. Now, that doesn't mean you need to be like, yeah, wacky waving inflatable flailing arm tube guy. You don't need to be that, okay? Did you like that?
You're close. You got real close.
I was so close.
It was a good
Thank
job.
you. You just need to be your own kind of excited. So whether you're Charity and you're like, Millionaire School, woo! Or you're Justin and you're like,
Millionaire School.
right. That's still excitement, guys. So it doesn't matter who you are or like how crazy of a person you are. You just need to be your own version of excited. Number two, be your authentic self. So if you've ever taken the color test, it'll tell you kind of like what your personality is. I am a red, I have some blue, and I have some green. I don't know that I have yellow, but that's okay because there's sun in the sky for that.
We're lacking a little yellow.
Yeah. Justin is very green. So he is the analytical one. He loves information. He loves technology, which is why we're on 14 cameras today. He loves that kind of stuff, but that's his authentic self. He loves talking about what ketosis does and all these things. So those are the things he likes to talk to his people about. Mm-hmm. I like to talk about making money and partying and having fun because that's me. So I am my own authentic self. I am not going onto Facebook and doing a go live about giving back to the homeless community. I think that's amazing and you should totally do that, but that's totally not my thing. My thing is making the homeless community money and having fun with them. So I am going to go on live about that kind of stuff. Justin may go on about something totally different. So it's really important for you to be your authentic self because you will attract other you. If you're so busy trying to be someone different and being like, oh, I need to be crazy like Charity or analytical like Justin, or I need to be really, Donna says she's red and blue. I need to be blue like Donna, or yeah, whatever. Oh, I need to be yellow like Stephanie, or whatever that may look like. If you're trying to be that, people are going to be like, that doesn't feel like you. So be your authentic you. Big one, guys. Next is the big one, Justin. Please do be authentic with your promises. So do not overpromise and underdeliver. What does that mean? So when I first started at Works, I put up a post that was like, come make $1 million with us. Not like casting a vision. It was more like, you'll make $1 million. You'll make a $10,000 bonus. You'll do this. You'll lose 100 pounds. You'll lose inches. You'll detox. You'll do this. You'll do all that. I'm promising things that may not necessarily be true. So when those don't come true, it makes you look bad, boo. So be authentic with your promises. When I go to talk to someone about enrolling and I say, you can earn a $100 shopping spree, and they're like, well, how do I do that? And I'm like, well, I'm going to coach you to find 4 friends to get something online from you at a discount, and you'll get a $100 shopping spree. I'm still keeping it simple. I'm not going into detail, but I'm telling them what to expect. Same thing with like the auto ship. So when I enroll a new distributor, I'm very upfront with them. I'm like, you can't expect people to order stuff from you if you're not willing to order stuff yourself, right? You got to make it work no matter how broke you are. So I expect you to run an auto ship. Auto ship's law. If you run an auto ship, then I'm able to help you because I know that you want to grow your business.
Now, back to the income issue that she was talking about. This is really important, guys, that you don't promise more than you can deliver. Now, can this company make you millions of dollars? Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Should you be able to say that to people? Absolutely. But it shouldn't be the starting point. You want to start small and find what is achievable and then work your way up. I know for us personally, when we got into this business, when we first look at the income chart, we were looking at double and triple, and we started believing that those weren't real numbers. Mm-hmm. We thought even diamond was possible. Like, okay, I think absolutely people can make that money. That's our goal. We're going to shoot for that. But can you really make more than that? I don't believe it. And they had the Rat Mag. At the time, it was just, God, what was the Rat Mag called before it was a Rat Mag?
Success.
No, it's just the It Works magazine. Anyway, whatever it was at the time. They had all the stories of people. We could see Rhonda, we could see the Kaufmans, we could see the Dunns and the Walshes and Cammie. Like, we saw all these people in there. We didn't think that they were real people, because we hadn't been to an OTOM. We hadn't actually met anybody. We hadn't been to any events. So we didn't know if these people were real. We were wondering, are the people in these magazines models?
Are they real? These are not real
stories
people.
Even real? are these like the company made them famous because they're just paid to be that way, but they're not really like, so we had those questions, you know, we had those doubts because we weren't in the business yet. We didn't see the vision. And it's, you have to remember, when people come to this from an outside perspective, they're not going to see it like you do yet, but that's your job. Your job is to cast that vision, but you can't start big. You can use the high end of the spectrum. You can use the big lofty goals. Eventually, you can throw them in there as little side notes, as like, oh, there's even more, but $500 is your baseline. You want to be talking about, look, we're going to get you in. We're going to get you 4 loyal customers. You're going to get your $100 shopping spree, very attainable. And then we're going to shoot for Ruby, so you're making $500 a month. How does that sound? Because honestly, for most people where you're coming from, an extra 500, I want that. And not only that, but I mean, most jobs, could I make 500 in a month's time? Yes. So what you've just done is you've presented something attainable. They can get that. Can they make 10 grand this month doing anything else in the world? No. So the second you say that, the vision is gone and they've now hit a wall. They've hit like a shutoff. So it's, you know, it's like the frog in boiling water. You're going to have to ease them up to high incomes. You can show the chart, you can mention it, but focus back, you know, always bring, if you're going to say something high, you're going to say, you know, Cami and Denise, they were making millions at this, but we want to get you started at 500. Always bring it back to the obtainable goals.
I love that. That is perfect. Next, 2 different acronyms. Now, the first one you've probably heard. The second one, I bet you haven't. So we always talk about KISS. Keep it super simple.
Or
keep
stupid
it,
simple.
I like super simple, but keep it super simple. So if you find you're saying more, bring it back. If you're like me in the beginning, diarrhea of the distributor, which is totally what I was. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. You got to join this company. You're going to do this and this and that and that. You're going to get this and that. You got to do wraps with this and you got to make it $100 and you get drop boards. You can do blah. People are like, I still find some of those old messages pop up or things on my time hop. I'm like, good gravy, Charity. So keep it simple. $100 shopping spree. What would you like? If you could get $100 in free products, what would you get? Simple. You're asking a question. Or they're like, well, how do you make money? You're like, well, we make cash, we make paychecks, and we make bonuses. What would an extra $500 do for you? Simple. Very simple. So I have a little rule for some of the girls on my team that are watching. You guys know this. If I find someone that's like the diarrhea of the distributor, my rule is if it's more than 30 words in a message, it's already too much. If you are saying something and you have to take a breath midway through, it's already too much. So cut yourself off, bring it back so that you can keep it simple, so that you can keep them curious, so that you can keep them interested.
We always like to relate it to like a first date. You know, you go down on a date with somebody.
Right, just a little bit.
You keep things simple. You don't give away too much. You know, you pique the interest, you be exciting,
You're
but
not
you be aloof.
I want to get married and have 4 kids, and this is the kind of wedding I want to have. And here, oh, actually, I brought my portfolio with me today, and I got my resume, and I got this and that, and my family. And
and here's all my exes. These are all the people I've been
right. The dude will be like, the girl will be like, I got no, peace out, brown trout. So number 1 is keep it super simple. The second acronym, hey guys, if you're just joining us, the second acronym is KILL. And you're like, what?
Whoa.
Whoa.
You just went from kissing to killing.
Whoa. Deep.
What is this, natural born killers?
So, KILL, what does it stand for? Don't make it long and lengthy. So if you're keeping it long and lengthy, you're going to kill the sale. You are going to kill the opportunity for someone. You are going to kill-bosh it before it even begins. So do you want to be a kisser or do you want to be a killer? Do you like that? That's pretty good. Okay. So
first I've heard that. I think you made that up today.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I like it.
Okay.
What a
so
innovator you are.
So next, guys.
Heard it here first,
next little tip.
Millionaire School.
Trademark. Next thing. Be brand new all the time. Okay. What do I mean by that, Justin? What is being brand new all the time? What was it like when I first started at Works? What was I like? After I got over the first couple nerves.
Gosh, you were quiet for the first 2 weeks. But then you were excited. You were positive. You had, you had your own vision for yourself, not necessarily at Works vision, but You saw, hey, if I get in this company and I can do this, I have a vision of where it's going to go. I believe if you jump on board with me, you're going to be successful. Unwavering belief, unwavering faith, unwavering excitement, and unwavering enthusiasm. You know, that willingness to just jump right in, have a good time with it, pass or fail, it doesn't matter. We're all in this together, and we're all gonna go up or down. We're swimming or we're sinking together. It doesn't matter, but you're all coming with me. That's the mentality you need to have when you get into this. Honestly, when you get into anything.
Yeah.
Anything. You want to go skydiving,
Anything.
you better have that 2 feet jumping off. You can't leave 1 foot on the plane and 1 foot in the air, guys.
Be
It
brand
doesn't
new
work that way.
all the time, guys. Even if you've been in this business for years, we are always learning. We are always stretching. We are always growing. It's called Millionaire School for a reason. You're going to learn a new technique or something new every day, as long as you're talking to people. So be brand new. When I meet up, when I'm out blitzing, let's say that I'm blitzing. And for those of you that don't know what blitzing is, it's when we hand out our coupons or we're out talking to people in public. When I'm talking to someone, I'm not like, oh, and by the way, I've been with the business for 4 years and I've done this and I've done that and this and that, and it's amazing and it's pretty cool and you can get this, or you can do that. Like, you should totally check it out.
I mean, we've done that. We've tried that and it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. But you know what works? It's handing someone a coupon or a business card and being like, oh my gosh, have you heard of this company? It's so incredible. I'd love to share with you a little bit about it. Got a second?
Yeah.
Just keeping it so simple, keeping it about them, not about you, making it about the business. Because guys, you don't own the company unless, Mark, you're watching this. You did not create you did not create the wrap, Luis, unless you're watching this. Like, you didn't make any of these products. You didn't make the Blitz card. You didn't create the company. You didn't do any of that. It's not about you. It's about other people. It's about being new, being excited, because guys, they're going to be new. And if you blitzed them nonchalantly or coldly, or you were really shy and didn't just go for it, then if they do get started, that's exactly what they're going to do. And I really doubt that they're going to find success if they're not excited. Imagine going to a restaurant, and I don't know if you guys have ever had this happen. You guys know I'm an analogy person. Justin's like, here she goes. So you're at a restaurant and you say to the waitress, you know, well, what do you think is good? I always like to ask the waitresses what they think is
even
good.
if I know what I'm going to order, it doesn't matter.
We always ask. And they're like, well, you know, the chicken Kiev is pretty okay. And the steak's mediocre.
How many places that we got to recently that were like, chicken Kiev is good?
So many. So welcome to the Co-Millionaire School, the new Co-Millionaire School. But you ask them and they're like, you know, the burgers are all right. The chicken's okay. It's pretty good. You're like, I don't want to order anything here. I'm like frightened, right? But if they're like, okay, so check it out. I'm not a big fan of the roast beef, but this burger is to die for. We got the best burger in the world. It's so amazing. You can't go wrong. I'm like, all right, I don't even like a burger, but I'm going to get it, because they seem knowledgeable. They seem excited. They keep it simple. And they made it all about getting something for me that I was going to really like, that they recommended. And
then I think, you know, that also ties in, you're making me think of this too, you know, keep it, you know, be confident in your answers, but the other thing about being brand new is you don't know everything, and don't try to sound like you know everything. Don't add on too much. Don't go off things that are off script.
Like Pam always says, you're always making up stuff, guys. Stop making up things.
Like you don't have to make claims. I know that, I know when I first started, we wanted to claim more than things did. We wanted to say things were cures for things. We wanted to say this will do a million things, when in reality, it's just a few simple things that it can do for you. Now, those few simple things that it does for you can mean results way outside, but that is different for everyone, and we have to be careful. You start claiming things that are outside the realm of actuality,
financially or product.
Not only is it A, against compliance, B, it's against US law, C, it damages.
You look shady.
It damages your reputation, and it damages the product's reputation. If you say you're going to lose 6 inches when you wrap, okay,
or you're going to make,
say this as an example,
$50,000 in the next
it's like income.
4 weeks.
It's like the income. You could go ambassador in 7 months and make, you know, $1 million in the next 2 years.
Good.
You could, just like you could lose 6 inches with the wrap, but the second you claim it, when it doesn't happen, what you've just done is shot yourself in the foot.
And you made a product claim that doesn't exist.
And you're making a product claim that doesn't exist. So this is why it's so important to use, you know, and it's not just It Works, whatever business you're in, If they give you verbiage to use that verbiage. And then talk about your personal experience, because you can relate yourself and people can get their own assumptions. They can infer from what your experience is to what they can expect. But what you want to tell people about things is what's on the card, what's on the pamphlet, what's in the brochure. And it also keeps it so it's duplicatable. If you can read it off a card, they can read it off a card. If you're coming up with a whole scientific sheet that you wrote up on your own and it's over here on the side.
Don't think he didn't try to get this.
No, I did do that. But you know what? Here's the reality. It was good for me to do that for me. I did it. I felt confident, and I will never share it with anyone. I know what all
for me, I'm like, I don't care what the ingredients are. Just put it on my body and please make it work.
I know what the ingredients do. I don't know exactly how all of it together works, but I understand knowing the ingredients
and I don't
that
care.
It works and it should work.
So if he had come to me, right, if he had come to me and said, oh, well, horse chestnut does this and this does that and this does that, I would have been like, I don't want anything to do with this. I just want to know that it's going to work and make me look pretty and make me money. So make sure, guys, and even if you are blitzing or talking to more of a green personality, let them go find it on their own. The product coach is an awesome avenue. They can look at success videos all day on YouTube if they want. Don't spend all of your time trying to convince. I love Val on our team actually brought this up. Stop convincing and start inviting, guys. That's what it's about. Okay, so
I just want to add one more quick thing to this too. So I've heard this from a top leader, and I don't want to say their name just in case they don't want me to say this about what they said. And I've heard this from Darren Hardy, and it's you already know enough. Where you're at in life, you already know enough. You could read 1 million more books. It's not going to change the fact that you already know how to do this. Okay? If you're to this point, you're in the business, it's that simple. You don't need to know anything more. Now, one of the leaders I talked to said, I'm not trying to learn anymore because it may confuse myself. I already know enough. Now it's about action. I want to be able to do more, not learn more. Now, self-development is important, and continually updating yourself on any changes. That stuff's important to do. But continually beating yourself over, trying to learn more about the things that you just need to keep simple is a waste of time, and it can really complicate things. So just keep it simple. Keep it super simple. Yes, you like super? Okay. Keep it super simple. Don't kill it, and don't confuse yourself. Be confident with the short answers, and then work on your own skills like you're doing here with Millionaire School. That's something you should learn, but keep the brochure just the way it is.
Love it. Okay. Before I give you guys the formulation that I use, I just want you to be willing to do a few things. So everyone put on your willing hats. And I don't even know what that looks like, but we're going to pretend. I should have a willing hat up for those roots right now. But let's put our willing hats on.
Willing and able.
A willing and able. Oh my goodness. Okay. So number one, I want you to be willing from this moment on to put up 100 bad posts. Just know, whether you're brand new with the business or you've been with it for years, you're going to put up posts that suck. I still put up posts that suck. So I put up a post the other day, and I went back and looked at it yesterday. I think it was yesterday. It had no likes, it had no comments. And I was like, that was a terrible post. So I deleted it on my Facebook. I was like, that was dumb. That was a terrible post. So even if you're a pro and you've been doing this a long time and you're making good money with the company, be willing to put up bad posts. Know that the only way to get better at something is to suck at it at the beginning. Number two, be willing to do 100 cruddy live videos. We've done go lives where I'm like, man, I get to the end of it and I was like, that sucked. There was no views. It was terrible. Why did I even do that? I delete it, or I leave it up so people can see that everyone makes mistakes.
Heck, I just put up this live stream and it said free giveaway at 5:30 p.m.
We're like, whoops.
So
be willing to do cruddy lives. The only way to get better at doing go lives is to just hot mess your way through them, feel incredibly awkward, sweat in places you didn't even know you could sweat. And be bad at interacting, be bad at all the things. You'll get better at it. I promise. You'll get better because you're willing to be bad at it.
One of my favorite quotes for this: you either win or you learn. But if you keep failing and not learning from your mistakes, then you're never going to win.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
Win or learn.
100%. Also, be willing from this moment on to send out 100 bad opportunity messages. So maybe you're spammy, maybe they're too lengthy, maybe there's not enough emojis, maybe there's too many emojis, maybe it's a run-on sentence, maybe your words are all spelled wrong. Maybe it sounds spammy, maybe it's too personal, maybe it's not personal enough. You have to be willing to send out 100 bad messages to be able to figure out what sounds good and what works for you. Because what Jillian here sends out, or what Jessica sends out, or what Donna sends out is going to be really different than what Val sends out, or Charity sends out, or Christina, or Jennifer, or any of the other people that are on here. You got to be willing to send out a lot of really bad messages, bad follow-ups. You got to be willing to butcher the opportunity presentation. You got to be willing to butcher the party pad. You got to be willing to just kill it before you can kiss it and kiss your way to success. So before I tell you guys my formulation, let's all make sure our willing hats are on. Is everyone's willing hats on? Is everyone willing to do all of those things, utilizing this formulation to get better? So hopefully you guys are all willing. Give me some hearts, give me some love, give me some thumbs, give me some smiley faces, give me some boxing gloves, give me some knucks, give me some fire emojis, give me, I don't know, give me whatever.
Right. And what she's about to break down is really important, but I want you to remember at least one thing stepping into this. Okay, guys?
Yes, Audrey.
Action.
Yes, Bree.
Action is what this requires. Okay. And you're in the business of marketing. Okay. And like I was just talking about, winning or learning, what this requires is lots of action. You have to do a bunch of one thing to find out what the net result is. If you're going to put up a post, you got to see what the results are. Okay. The only way to do it is to do it. You can dream up the best post in the world. You can dream up the best message in the world. You can dream up the best go live. You can dream up the best things that you can do. But until you do enough of them, then you're not going to know what it's doing. You're not going to know the reaction. So the important thing is make your plan. We're going to give you a great idea here. What is important to get great reaction from people, to get good interaction? What is a good structure to go by? But at the end of the day, make your structure, put it out there, then see the result. Make your tweaks. If it's not getting enough likes, if it's not getting enough comments, switch it up. Keep switching it up. When you find the thing that works, now you're finding you. You're finding your lane. And that's what you want to work more on. Work on your successes and stay away from the things.
Yeah, Jillian, exactly.
And replan out the things that aren't working.
Perfect. Okay, so what is the formulation that I use? So this is a formulation that I've taken from other leaders because I like to learn from other people as well. And it's a formulation that I've been using for years now. And this is really honestly how I do all of my business opportunity posts, our presentations, our go lives, little boomerang videos, any of that. This is the formulation that I use. I don't ever use anything different. You can go look through posts. You can look through your heart's content. This is the formulation I've used for years, and it's really successful. So hopefully you got a pen and a piece of paper. It is to use the past, present, and future. So where were you? Where are you now? And where are you going? So while you're using these, and I'm going to explain this, I'm going to break it down. You need to be willing to be vulnerable, be relatable, and be looking out for other people. Okay, so being vulnerable, being relatable, and looking out for other people. If you are the kind of person that is like, well, I don't really like to share personal stuff on Facebook, or I don't really like to share personal stuff with other people, then you are in the wrong business, my friend, because this is a business of people. This is a people business with marketing and products around them. If you're not willing to be a people, you will not enroll people because you cannot enroll products. So being vulnerable, relatable, and looking out for them. Past, present, future. I'm going to grab a notebook here. I meant to grab this ahead of time, so you guys are getting a little side shot there. Okay, so, all right. What does that mean? I'm going to give you guys an example. Let's see. Give me a topic, Jess. The power bill. Okay.
Power bill.
How many people have ever struggled to pay the power bill? I know we did. Our lights actually had gotten turned off the day we started to do it. It works. So we are very knowledgeable on that. So let's utilize that post. And I'm going to give you one that I would use and then I'm going to give you one that you may use your own self. Okay, so mine might say, maybe it's a selfie of me, or it's me with a power bill, or it's an electricity lightning bolt, or whatever, something creative. And oh look, we got a little comment on YouTube.
Excellent.
Yay! This
Hi,
is exciting.
YouTube
We're totally
commenters.
doing this way different than we usually do. Okay, so guys, past, present, future, being open, being vulnerable, being personable. Guys, I don't know if you realize this, but the day that I started out to do this business, my electricity was turned off. There is nothing worse than worrying about your kid coming home from school and the power being off and you needing to come up with some creative reason why. I started this business to simply make a couple $100 extra a month to get that power bill taken care of. I was able to achieve that quickly by using our simple system and helping other people. Now I'm in the business of helping other men and women globally to do the same. Are you interested in getting a little bit more information and getting that power bill taken care of yourself? So I'm asking a question, I'm telling them about me, I'm being vulnerable. You could make it even more in depth if you want to. Okay, now, but you're like, but Charity, I'm not successful with the business yet, so I don't really know how to say that. Okay, so let's pretend that I had just started, because I probably did a post like this. Hey guys, a few weeks ago, we were struggling just to get the power turned back on. I started this new little side business and I'm already about to make my first $100. I'm not only going to pay my power bill this month, but in the future, I'm going to make sure that my power bills are taken care of ahead of time because my son is never coming home again with the electricity turned off. Are you ready to get your power bills paid by working part-time from your phone? Super simple, past, present, future. So Jillian, that's a great question. Yeah, go ahead.
So the way Charity just said it.
Jillian asked, for those of you that are on YouTube, she said, is this a post or a message? So
how she just phrased this would be more post style, but do this in your messaging. When somebody's like, hey, you know, I haven't been feeling well since the holidays, you know, we got kind of sick. Use past, present, future to relate and then bring the opportunity, what things can do for you. You know, I've totally felt that way. Last year during the holiday season, I got sick too, and it was terrible. Luckily, I had some greens on me, so I double dosed on that, and within a short time, I was feeling better. Since then, I've been staying on my greens, and I wasn't sick this New Year's. Past, present.
Have you got an opportunity to try those yet?
Question.
Leave it with a question. Or if it was an opportunity one, maybe someone's like, man, I really wanted to get started with that Fit 5, but honestly, we're just really struggling. Like Christmas set us behind. My husband hasn't been working and we've been struggling. Oh my gosh, I totally understand what that's like. Back before we started our biz, Justin and I were working 70 hours a week and just struggling to even make ends meet. Within a short period of time, we were able to supplement our income and make a little bit extra. And now it's really awesome to not have to have that stress with those bills and the holidays.
And we're looking forward to really upping our income this year.
And helping some other people do the same. Are you interested in getting a little bit more information about making some money from your phone? It's that simple, guys. Past, present, future. And yes, Jillian, thank you so much for that question, because that's a great question. We use it in post and messaging. So past, present, future. But Charity, I don't know what to talk about. I don't know. Okay, power bill, got that. Well, what else do I talk about? So I'm going to give you guys a little exercise to do. The first exercise I want you to do is I want you to write down all of the things all the bills that you pay. So all the bills that you pay in a month or bills that others might have. So I'm going to give you an example, and I've got mine written down. I use this for messaging. I use this for posting. I use this for everything. Feel free to copy these because these are obvious bills most people have.
And again, guys, this formula that we're talking about, it's great for posting, great for messaging. It's all around just useful tool to relate to people and cast vision.
And go lives.
Great
so
for
any go live that you have ever watched that I have done or Justin has done, we always do past, present, future, even if we're presenting the opportunity through the party pad. If we're throwing a fit, always past, present, future. Happy birthday, Danielle.
Happy birthday, Danielle. So to take it to another level, guys, this is also how you should tell your story. Now, it's really important in network marketing to share your story.
Good point.
Your story.
Good point, Justin.
You should know your story so well and be having told it so many times, and you should really be telling your story with every potential. When you get a chance to tell your story, you want to tell your story. And how you tell your story, you should have a long version for when you really want to get in depth and you want to get really personal with people. And you should have a short version for when you're low on time, but you need to get your story in there.
And
it should
save
have
these to your notes in your phone.
Super important.
Guys, you can regurgitate the same thing. I have about 4 versions of my story in my phone, and I just pop them into Facebook, change a few emojis, and I cycle through the same thing. So I'm not trying to continuously create new content.
Yeah, so use your past, present, and future in your story. This is where I was. This is why I'm doing this now. This is what I'm already seeing now. And these are my goals. This is what I'm hoping to get out of it. Past, present, future,
Wow.
That's your story.
I love this. So Gabrina Henry actually had something really amazing to say.
Over on YouTube.
So over on YouTube. She said, I'm fearful of putting my business on Facebook. I have family and friends that look at me. Should I, and I'm going through a tough time in my marriage, and sometimes we struggle to have food. Guys, girl, so do so many other people. That's the thing, is most people are either broken, or broken, because most people are struggling. When you pop on the news or you read anything in a newspaper or online, what does it always talk about? The economy, people struggling, people wanting to make more money, lose weight. If you're not willing to put yourself out there, guys, do you think that I want to go on Facebook? I do now, because I'm okay with being open and vulnerable, but I was not when we first started this. I have dyslexia. I am a high school dropout. I used to live in a car. I got pregnant at 17. I was a high school runaway. I've done a million different things in my life that I'm not proud of, and a million things that I have. I didn't want to share that on social media. I was really afraid to do it. And I didn't, and then I did. And I had people message me saying, thank you so much for being open and vulnerable. Now that I see that someone like you's gone through that, I went through something similar myself. Do you think I can work this business too? Or going on Facebook and just saying, hey guys, when I started this business, I was really lonely. I didn't have a lot of friends. I was sick a lot. I was home a lot. I was a homebody. I was shy. I was nervous. I was worried about what people thought about me. Being able to go on there and say that and do that in a go live or a post, I then have people message me and say, wow, I'm in that same boat. Do you think this business will work for me? So I know that it's hard to put that stuff out there, guys. I know it's hard to be vulnerable, but that vulnerability is what will draw people in. It really is.
And at the end of the day, if people don't like you for who you are and what you want in life, then those aren't the right people to have in your life. And just like when you're building a team and it's going really well and a lot of people are joining, people will then start to leave. It's just a nature of this business.
This brings up Kat's question, actually.
It's a nature of life. Not everyone's on the same track, guys. Our goal is to bring along as many people with us as we can, and hopefully as many of them find success and find joy in this journey and continue on. But they won't all do that. And so people are going to change their minds. People are not going to like it. That's okay too. So if people don't like you, okay.
Find new people.
You can't get everyone to like you. You can't get everyone to love you. You can burn as few bridges as possible. I think that's a good rule of thumb. You can be nice to everyone. You can kill everyone with kindness. But even if you do, they're not all going to like you. So get used to it and get over it. Okay?
Word up. Justin's getting fired up today, folks.
It's part of life. And what you need to remember is that those people just need less of your attention. Someone doesn't like you, then make sure not to like them back.
Oh, a lot of people don't like me.
And you can go like somebody else who likes you, because guess what?
You guys like me. You're on here. Right? We got it. This is a group of 7,000 people. We got what, 40 viewers or something? I'm not crying over the 6,950 that are not watching Millionaire School today, because I'm focusing on you guys. And Kat brought up a point. What do you do when your team falls apart? How do you post about the opportunity? Guys, they didn't just quit on you. They quit on Mark. They quit on Pam. They quit on your upline, and your upline's upline, and upline's upline. It's not about you. They didn't quit because you're a bad leader or you didn't do things right. This just wasn't right for them. Or I'll be honest with you, they're just lazy. They didn't want to do the work. They didn't want to message. They didn't want to be vulnerable. They didn't want to bring people on. Guys, I have enrolled, what, 500 distributors or something. I don't even know, some astronomical number, something crazy. I don't know. Maybe you're like, wow, I've enrolled 2,000. She's enrolled less than me. Whatever your number is, your number is your number. Guys, I've had 400 people cancel on me. Like, it's not about that. It's about the 100 that stayed and the 50 that work and the 10 that run, right? Your runners will come. It doesn't matter if this wasn't right for them. I am not a huge fan of the Burger King Whopper. I don't like the way that it tastes, but in a pinch, man, I love that bacon double cheeseburger from, you know, In-N-Out Burger, the double. Like, so just because I don't like Burger King doesn't mean other people don't like it. Right.
And here's another fact. Your team will fall apart at some point.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like,
yeah.
it just will. People will leave and people will come and people will go.
This is math. Okay. I just want you to think about the math of this.
Exactly, man.
Your team will fall apart at some point because what you're doing is you're relating it to a time when it wasn't falling apart. And that's relatable at all numbers.
Mm-hmm.
If you grow at 1 a day, if suddenly you're not growing at 1 a day, it's falling apart.
In your eyes, it's falling apart.
If you're gaining 10 a day and you're losing 1 a day, do you think of it as your team falling apart? No, you think of it as growing. Well, what happens when that number changes?
Mm-hmm.
Is your team falling apart? No, it's just the numbers have changed. Okay.
It's the perspective.
What if you sign $1 billion a day? Well, you'd get to 6 days, 7 days now. That'd be everyone in the world. Then what? People have to leave. It would be falling apart. It's not falling apart. This is part of business. You have ups, you have downs.
I love what Barbara Hauser said to us. Like you said, you've got growth. Remember what she said to us? We were at that pool party.
I do.
And she
You're gonna have
said,
to quote it, though.
She said, the day that you realize that this business is about building a ruby, seeing if it sticks, and building another ruby in the meantime is the day your business will explode. And I was like, whoa, we're always just building and moving forward. Remember what Isaiah said about Domino's? Share with them that, because you asked him about
Right.
this.
I asked him.
Our son.
Yeah, our son works for Domino's. He started as a sign waiver. Now he helps manage them. He goes to stores, helps them get started up, especially failing stores, because he's really efficient. He's a good manager. He's a hard worker. And they know that. So they bring him into places to whip the crew into shape, get them cooking, and get them, back on track. So he comes into failing stores, failing teams, guys, and he helps get them into shape, redoing the schedule, doing quality control, and turning it into a successful Domino's. A lot like this, folks. Interesting. So what I asked him was, well, what's your turnover rate? How many people are working at the Domino's you've been at for the last year? And he says, none of them. I'm the only one that's left. Me and the owners. Okay, so you're saying,
wow. So wait, Domino's must be failing.
They must be a pyramid scheme because everyone quits. They must be failing because everyone quits.
It's business.
What did I hear?
Yeah, Brie, I love that.
During the whole kneeling debacle in the NFL, Papa Murphy's complained that that's the reason why they didn't have sales that month. It's just ups and downs of business, guys. Those are things out of your control. Whether that was the case or not, it's irrelevant. Business goes up, business goes down. Stores open, stores close. Employees get hired, employees quit. This time of year, your business is going to explode because it's the season. The right things are there for good growth in network marketing.
And you may enroll someone that runs, or you may enroll 40 distributors in a row that never do anything. That has nothing to do with you. Nothing at all. We have no upline. We figured this business out on our own by watching a lot of videos and hot messing our way there. But the people that we've enrolled have had an opportunity to be a part of this business with us. And some of them have sank and some of them have swam. I mean, we got Brie on here that's a diamond on our team. She was a massage therapist. She didn't do anything with the business for 7 months. and then went to conference and her life changed forever. And now she's a rock star on our team.
And
it happens, guys. It's up and down.
And I can guarantee you this, you will have more sinkers than swimmers. Always.
That's just business. You know how many stylists I went through at my old salon? Oh my gosh. I tried to name all the names one time and I couldn't even name all the names. But I had one that stuck with me for what, about 5 years, 6 years?
And,
yeah.
And it's probably, well, I mean, it's related to the law of 20%.
Always.
You get out 20% of what you put in, plus or minus. Obviously, that's a thing of efficiency. I look at It Works in the US. It's not even 1% of the market share. That means less people in than people in. And you'll always have that. More people will go out than come in. You'll have times when a lot more people are coming in, but that has to change, guys. It can't be forever. It's kind of like the wrap. You can get great results, but nothing lasts forever. You got to keep wrapping to keep getting results. You've got to keep working to build up your team. You've got to keep positive to get more out of it. But it's not always going to be that way. You can't be 100%, but you can do great things and you can always be better, learn, and do better.
Okay, so we kind of went off on a little thing there, but that was great. I loved it. Okay, so bills, back to this. Bills people typically have that you should be posting about. Here we go. Power, water, healthcare, rent and mortgage, internet, cell phone, student loans, collections, insurance, car loans, housekeepers, house cleaners and assistants, childcare, school functions, child support, yearly licenses, cable, trash, interest on bills, interest on cards, interest in general, and food. So these are just a few of the, you can screenshot that. I'll leave it there for a second if you want to screenshot it. It'll be backwards, but that's okay. If you're on YouTube, there you go. Those are just a few of the bills. I want you to think about how many opportunity posts using the past, present, future formula we talked about for these. So many. You want to know what to post about? You want to know how to post about the opportunity? Post about someone's collections. Post about bills you've had in collections. Post about how expensive childcare is and how you found a solution. Remember, guys, this is about selling the results, not the product. So those are just a few of the bills. Now, here is an awesome thing, and I actually got this from Jade. So shout out to Jade for this one. She had a great idea for ways you can come up with additional posts. And I shared this with my team on a power hour today. I really love it. And it's creating 3 different columns: $20, $800, and $1,500. And then taking that and writing down what you would buy if you had an extra $20. So when we first started, we were broke. Do you remember how bad it was?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was bad, guys. Like it was, I was sharing this with Bree earlier on our team. We were going to the dollar store to get trash bags because we couldn't afford to buy the $11 box of garbage bags from Costco. So we were buying 10 trash bags at a time for $1 because that's how, bring change into the dollar store. So I wrote down in my $20 column, trash bags. All right, so let's make a post about that. Okay. Wow. How many of you guys feel me? The whole, I got to run to the dollar store to get trash bags. A few years ago, we were struggling so bad to have a $1 bill to go in and buy trash bags at the dollar store. Since starting this crazy business that we're doing, I walk into Costco, I buy 4 things of garbage bags at the same time, and I don't blink an eye. I'm ready to help 10 new people make additional income so you can buy the garbage bags that you want and stop that dollar store spending. Who's interested in getting some information on making that happen? I'm just like pulling that out of.
Who's ready to throw out those excuses?
Right, exactly. Who's ready to throw out those dollar store garbage bags? That's funny. You made it funny.
That's what I do.
That's funny. Okay, so trash bags, guys. Buying the kind of dish soap that you want instead of settling for the cruddy dish soap, the generic brand that doesn't really clean your dishes, but it's cheaper. What about buying the dish soap that you want? What about getting the Method brand, which is like great, or getting the Myers brand, which is one of my favorites because it's all natural, but it's more expensive. Make a post about that. Getting new towels. What a treat. I remember when we got to go to Costco and get new towels, and we weren't using the old towels.
Like
oh, good. It's like so, it's like
towel.
snugs. with not having the towels that had like the unraveling at the top, right?
That look like those welcome mats,
Right,
you know, because they've
right.
been washed so many times.
Put that up, guys, and be like, I'm never buying, get a picture of you, a selfie. I'm never buying these again. I'm going to buy new towels today with my income that I'm making on my phone part-time. Who's ready to come get some new towels with me? That's an opportunity post. New sheets. Oh, slip it in those new Egyptian sheets. Amazing. Flowers for your table, guys. Something so simple as flowers. Getting premium gas in your car. New nail polish, new makeup, getting your car detailed or detailing it yourself. Diapers, wipes, name brand diapers and wipes, name brand clothes for your kids that last longer. Date night or something as simple as Netflix. Yeah, something as simple as Netflix. You know how many people cancel their Netflix every month because they can't afford the $9 for Netflix? It happens, guys. Sometimes $9 is what separates you from being able to have some entertainment. That's crazy, right? You have a solution for that. Make yourself another category, $800. What would an extra $800 do for you or someone you know? Maybe getting rid of old debt, getting a new wardrobe because you've lost so much weight that your clothes are ridiculous. Getting a whole new makeup, going with a girlfriend to Sephora and getting a makeover and being able to buy all the makeup at Sephora at once. Upgrading your appliances. How many people's stoves, fridges, dishwashers, our stove actually at our vacation rental is broken right now and they're buying a new one. Guys, think about that. People need to buy that stuff all the time and they're just putting it on credit cards and going further and further into debt, and you have a solution. Next is $1,500. Mortgage, down payment on a house, down payment on anything, old debt, student loans, private school, kids functions, vacations, new furniture, fixing stuff that's broken in your house or your car, or something that's been sitting in your garage forever that's broken, treating your husband to new tools or treating yourself to new tools, or upgrading your existing business, getting new It Works products, whatever it is that you guys would do with that amount of money, make posts about that. Do go lives about that. Don't put up the business builder kit. Join my team for $99. It'll change your life. How many people wake up in the morning and they think to themselves, boy, I hope I see a post on Facebook today about how I can change my life.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So that doesn't happen, guys. That's not real. Like, that era is gone. That time is gone if it ever existed. So talk about things that are real for people, using the past, present, and future. Be vulnerable, be relatable, always have a call to action, ask questions. So when you're doing go lives, ask questions, comment on what people are saying, and be a part of their life. If you want them to enroll into your business, into your life, into your opportunity, you need to be willing to be a part of their life so they know that you're a person and not some scammy, spammy robot that's just trying to enroll them. Because guys, we get advertised to at least 5,000 times in a 24-hour time period. What are you going to do to set yourself apart?
And again, that also relates to last week's episode, building your brand, you know, the core philosophies, and that a lot of that has to do with the integrity, consistency, and adding value.
Yeah, so check out our last Millionaire School about branding if you want to know a little bit more about that.
So if you're doing more of that and you're becoming a trusted source, you know, what you say, these posts and these messages will have more weight to them. So make sure you're doing that as well.
Awesome. All right, guys. So thanks for joining us for this hour, for our Millionaire School Hour. We really appreciate you coming on here. Make sure that you follow me on Facebook. Make sure you tune into all of our YouTube videos, which is at youtube.com/CharityHolden. Make sure you like and subscribe so you get notified. We're going to be doing more and more things streaming through YouTube and through this Millionaire School as well.
With the new Zoom feature,
we got a lot of exciting things happening. So
we're going to be doing a lot of screen share. So a lot of stuff we talk about, we'll be able to put up slides so you guys can see that and take the notes, and you don't have to frantic. I know sometimes we do go through a lot of information. You know, that's one of the reasons why we like putting it up on YouTube, so you can replay, pause, do that kind of stuff. And now with Zoom being able to screen share and do both, We're really excited about this.
Yeah,
And
it's cool. It's really cool.
we may have future guests for future YouTubes too, now that we can bring people in.
So that's exciting. Super exciting.
2018 is going to be a great year. We got a lot of things planned. We're really excited for it. So thanks for coming to YouTube.
You're welcome, guys.
Coming to Millionaire School, wherever you're coming from. And we'll
and
see
if
you
you're
next
if you're
Saturday.
randomly finding this on Facebook or on YouTube, you can always shoot us a message if you want to know a little bit more. You're like, what a business are they even talking about? I think these principles apply to stuff just even outside of our business. So hopefully if you're coming across this and you're with a different business, it adds value to you as well. So thanks so much, guys, for tuning in to us. I want to just remind you, as always, that the only way to fail is to quit, and you are not a quitter. Take care, everybody. Have a great Saturday. Bye, everyone.